Here we go.
So settling the weight, releasing the abdomen so the breath can fill the abdomen area. Letting the weight and tension settle down, just like water clearing and all the sediment settles to the bottom. As that weight or sediment settles, that water is cleared, our upper body is open and cleared as that weight settles to the feet and to the ground. Releasing even more tension on each out breath. And just helping to center the mind and energy, letting the weight of the hands just below the navel help to anchor the attention right into the core. So mind and breath settle together right at that place below the navel. Again, letting the abdomen move freely with the breath. And letting the arms hang with gravity, sending the mind through the arms, sends them forward, and allowing gravity to take the arms down. Letting the shoulder joints be gently coaxed open as the arms flow forward. And as the elbows take the arms down, letting the entire body settle its weight. Everything settles with those elbows. Flowing, opening, releasing those shoulder joints, letting everything settle with those elbows. And a little bit wider, toes out, knees out. Little shift of the weight and a little turn of the hips as we hang out vertically. And we have just basically a rounded shape with our arms. And we simply shift the weight and turn the hips a little bit. Letting those arms be kind of in that buoyant, large shape, like they're resting on a big bubble or a beach ball. Rather than moving the arms from the arms, I just have this nice, big, buoyant shape. And I'm shifting the weight and turning the hips. Keeps everything open, so the energy can flow more freely through the joints and the entire body structure. And we can change the arm shape a little bit into cloud sailing by. We still want to keep a nice open shape so the elbows are forward, not in close to the body. So the shoulder joints are open. And again, not doing it with the arms. Arms are dragged across the sky with the weight shift and a hip turn. Just like we were doing this in water. Be exactly the same happening and feeling that we're dragging those arms through the water. It's really coming from the movement of the core of the body. And then bow stance. So front foot straight, back foot 45. Weight is slightly forward, but there's no leaning forward at all, still hanging from the string. Arms flow forward and up. Elbows pointed towards ground. Hands shoulder height, shoulder width. So we're going to some toy use here. The back leg is that back arm, that lower hand. So one of the things to look for is we don't want to lift the shoulders when the arms come up. It's more just like commencement. Arms go forward, 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 and we don't have to do the up. Same with this. I go forward, 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 rather than lifting up. Hanging from the string, we'll allow a nice good knee bend. Give some good work for those legs. And again, coordinating the arm movement with the body movement. So feeling as if the arms are not doing that themselves. That's the body movement driving the arms. And the other side. Starting with the weight slightly forward, arms flowing forward, pointing the elbows to the floor, and then shifting back. Again, that back leg, that arm, that hand is the lower one. I don't actually touch the body, and the hands don't actually touch. They're very close, but they don't touch. Okay, and just let the arms just hang and swing, really releasing those shoulder joints, elbow joints, arms, and upper body. Nice, good belly breathing. And maybe pick up the legs a little bit just to make sure those hip joints and knee joints are warmed up. Okay, so let's take it from second cross hands all the way to the point we got to. So we'll take it right through to the 7 cloud hands into snake creeps down. And so today we'll again go over snake creeps down and into golden rooster stands on one leg. Okay, so from second cross hands. So hang out, knees bent a little bit, belly released. Nice round shape with the arms. Going to carry tiger, the mountain. Correcting that left foot. Hanging from the string, breathing into the abdomen. Shoulders resting down. Going into single whip, shift all the way to the left leg to turn the right foot to the corner, shifting back to the right leg for single whip. Then going into partition of wild horse's mane, so shifting back to the right leg, turning left toes to the corner, 45 degrees, shifting back to the left leg to stand, hold the ball. Stepping with the right foot, but now just 22.5 off that straight line to the side wall. And hold the ball. Stepping left foot 22.5 off that straight line. And stand and hold the ball into the right leg. So left hand is low, palm up. Hold the ball as we step with the left heel into that front corner. Over a bit so we're not in step. Shifting into left grasper's tail. Need to correct a little, basically a 22.5 degree turn on that back foot to get straight to that side wall. Stand at the left leg, holding the ball. Right hand low. Going into grasper's tail. Hang out and breathe. Into single whip. Fair lady works at shuttles, also known as four corners, shifting to the right leg, turning on the left heel, brings the left wrist to the right wrist, which opens the right hand, palms facing you, shifting back to the left leg, touching down half a step on the right heel, turn to face that back corner momentarily. Really our aim is to get to that front corner with the left heel, shift the weight of the left leg, correct on the right heel, left hand's high. That's the first corner. Shifting all the weight into the left leg, pick up the right foot straight, full step behind, dropping the right heel 45 degrees, shifting the weight, right leg swoops the arms down, palms down, fingertips pointing towards each other, turning on the left heel. So our feet are pigeon-toed, and our hands are also pigeon-fingered. So the legs and arms have the same shape. As we shift the weight back to the left leg, we cross the wrist low, right wrist underneath left, and touch down or balance step with the right foot over to the front wall. So that we can turn on the left heel, with the left foot to the side wall, and raise the cross wrists. Step into the corner with the right foot, right hand high. As we shift the weight to stand completely in the right leg, we cross the wrists, palms facing you, left wrist on the outside, because we're stepping the left foot and over a bit, so we're not in step, and correcting on the right heel, so the right foot is pointing straight to the sidewall. That's the third corner, shifting back, swooping the hands down again, turning on the left heel. So again, our feet are pigeon-toed, and our hands are pigeon-toed. As we shift the weight back to the left leg, we can cross, this time right wrist underneath again. Stepping back a little bit on the ball of the foot for a balance step. We can give a little bit of weight to that right leg to make it easy to turn on the left heel. Step with the right foot into that back corner. By this time, we've raised the cross hands. Step in the corner with the right heel and over a bit. And if we haven't quite got the left toes to the sidewall, we can correct there, turning on the left heel. And that's that fourth corner. We stand into the right leg, hold the ball, left hand low. Step with the left heel to the quarter and over a little bit. Correcting on the right heel. Left grass bird's tail. Stand, hold the ball. Moving into grass bird's tail. Hang out and breathe. Single whip. And then moving into cloud hands, 7 cloud hands. Knees bent. Parallel feet the whole time. Hanging from the strings, we're nice and straight. Breath in the belly. And then dropping the right heel 45 degrees, turning the right hand palm down, just like the left. Single whip. Step. Okay, let's talk about snake creeps down again. So let's do a review of that right from the basic approach of footwork first, body movement first. So here we are at that last single whip. So the footwork, we're going to shift the weight back. And to allow us to shift the weight back a bit more, we want to turn the right foot to that back corner. It'll actually be when we're facing the sidewall, if we're facing the direction we've been going in. Technically, that's that front corner, right? So if I said back corner, I just mean behind us. So maybe I'll just stay in this direction here for this right now. So I shift the weight back, turning on the right heel. You don't have to get directly 45 degrees to that back corner, especially if that's difficult. We just want to have that right foot move back a little bit, gives us a better base for when we sit into that right leg and right hip. I have just a tiny little squat. Then, as you might remember, we do a little bit of an angle incline of our upper body. I don't want to round my back and bend over. I'm simply bending at the hips here. Kind of like sticking your butt out a little bit, your butt out over your heel, and you stay inclined. That's been, like good lifting practices. I wouldn't round my back. So swooping here. Down here, and then I push off that back leg, and that's going to push my left toes open to that corner. Technically, that would be that back corner. Shift the weight into that left leg. Now, I mentioned that there's a little bit of a help. We can get kind of like a balance step in the sense that it's a helping maneuver. I can turn on the right heel to get my right toes forward a little bit, and then push off with my right foot to bring my right foot up to touch down. So there's less of a length I have to bring that leg through. If I turn on that right heel a little bit, my foot is a little bit closer to that front foot. It's less far to reach and stretch to bring that foot up. So that's kind of like a balance step that you can use that if you need it, or sometimes when you feel like you need it. So if we do that once more from that same angle here. So I'm forward at the end of that single whip. I shift the weight back and turn on that right heel towards that corner. Shift the weight to the right leg and sit a little bit of a squat. And then as I push off that back foot to go forward, I open my left foot to have a better base. Open my left foot to that 45 degrees, to that back corner. Push forward. If I want to rotate on my right heel, to turn my right foot to bring me a little closer to being up, that's fine. If I do a couple facing, maybe we can face the same way, exactly the same direction. So the end here, forward stance, the end of single whip, shifting back and turning on that back heel, get that back foot to that corner, shifting the weight to the right leg, sinking a little bit. How far we sink, that depends on our strength and flexibility. Pushing off that back leg to send us forward, and turning on your left heel, get your left toes towards the corner so we have a base, more of a wide base. Shifting forward, you can turn on the right heel if you want. Coming onto the left leg, make sure the left leg is bent a little bit, and of course the left knee over the left foot. The arms, so let's do a review of the arms. So won't worry about the legs for a moment. Here I am in single whip. As I shift the weight back and sit, my right arm just does what my body does. It just stays in that same position. My left arm drops down and changes from basically palm forward to palm facing the side, or from horizontal plane to vertical plane. So from this plane to this plane. So if I was facing this way, from this plane to this plane. So arms are in that single whip position. And if I just do the body angles and not worry about the footwork or the weight, There's that tip for that angle. So the left arm will be parallel to the left leg. It'll probably be above it. Depends how low you go. If you go really low, it'll be like right next to it. But it'll be parallel to it. And then as I shift the weight forward into the left leg, that's going to open the right hand, kind of like a spear hand. And you can think of that spear hand, or that open hand, kind of helping you get forward. And the end position is the right hand is pointed up. Left hand is by the hip, facing the floor, like a brush knee position. When we get to this position, we're actually already in the next move, which is Golden Rooster stands on one leg. So it's actually going to be that knee up. So the same side as the arm. So that kind of follows the basic coding. Whatever leg is forward, or in this case, whatever leg is up, is the upper arm. So there's the coding basically applies there. So if we show you one more time from this angle here without necessarily the footwork, I'm going to shift back and angle, tilting without rounding my back. As I push forward from the back foot, that's going to open my right hand and shoot it through. And if I was to kind of approach into the next move, I'd actually lift that leg and point the hand to the sky.
And the left at that point goes from vertical to horizontal.
Right, because, well, okay, so here, yes, so here it's vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. So this is vertical here, that's right. And so that will end up being horizontal at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
So in that sense, I actually never looked at it that way. So that becomes horizontal and this is vertical. Yeah.
Okay.
You betcha. So, yeah, that left hand is horizontal, or it's like that brush knee kind of position. So if we kind of put that all together, so at the end of that single whip, so of course the weight's a little bit more into the left leg, front leg. Shifting back, I open up on that back heel, get that right foot towards that corner, and shift the weight into that right leg, and angle a little bit so my left arm is parallel to my left leg. The right arm hasn't really changed. As I push off that back leg to open up the left foot to the corner, to that back corner, and push through, right hand opens and shoots through. So again, here I have the option of turning on the right heel or simply stretching through. Right now we're going to touch down. So we can flow right into this next move. Golden Rooster stands on one leg by lifting the right heel. The right knee comes up towards the right elbow. Right hand's pointing towards the ceiling. Left hand is palm facing the floor. Okay, so here we are here. Hang out, breathe. Shifting back. Turning on the right heel. Sitting into the back leg. Angling forward. Pushing off the back leg to open up the front foot. Pushing through to open the right hand and shoot the right hand through. That can actually help you go forward. Touch down, angle the hand upward, the right hand upward, and bring the knee up. Now let's just flow it right into the next move, which is Golden Rooster stands on leg. Obviously now the other leg. We drop the right heel half a step behind us, and as always, we drop that right. So we drop the foot down on the toe first, dropping the right heel 45 degrees, shifting the weight to the right leg, and peeling off the left foot, lifting the left knee and the left hand to exactly the same position, but now on the other side. So left hand is pointing up, right hand is parallel to the ground, palm down. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Okay, so let's just flow right into Golden Rooster there. So from single whip, shifting back, turning the right foot back, sitting into the back hip, left arm angles parallel to the left leg, pushing off the right leg, opens the left foot to the corner, pushing forward, right hand opens, pointing forward, bringing us forward. We can touch down. When we're ready, we can raise that knee up, standing on the left leg, pointing the right fingers up. And then the right hand comes down with the right leg. Right hand comes down with the right leg, dropping the right heel 45 degrees, shifting the weight into the right leg. When you're ready, start to peel off the left foot, raise the left leg, and raise the left arm. And that right hand is in front of the right hip. Let's do that once more. So shifting back, opening that back foot, sitting back, angling slightly forward, pushing forward, opening the front foot to the corner, and pushing the right hand forward and open. Coming through with the right foot, angling the right hand up and bringing the right knee up. Then stepping behind you, half a step, not crossing behind you, just like before, just like doing repulse monkey steps. Everyone cross behind, exactly the same step as repulse monkey. Half step back, planting at 45 degrees, shifting the weight back, I peel off the left foot, raise the left knee, and that raises the left arm. So the left hand now is pointing somewhat towards the ceiling. Right hand horizontal in front of the right hip. Now, just for technical awareness, when I come from snake creeps down into rooster stands on one leg, I don't have to touch down necessarily. So that balance step, just like other balance steps, is there for you. And it depends maybe on what floor you're on, and it can vary from place to place where you're doing it. So I can come through, and if I need that balance step, I can use as much as I need until I'm ready to pick up that leg. Until I'm ready to pick up that leg. Potentially, I can come right through. Right hand shoots through, left hand low. Okay, so it's a balance step that can be there for you, but it's not part of the move per se. So here, I shift back, open that back foot, sit into the back leg, parallel the front leg with the arm, pushing through, sends the hand through, open up the front foot. This can help me come forward. Turning on that back foot can help me come forward. Shooting through with the right hand can help me come forward. When I'm ready, I can come up. And really good news from there. From there, three false monkeys. Okay, so we'll go right into that. So from single whip, so shifting back, turning the back foot to the corner, sitting into that back leg, angling, pushing forward, opening that left foot and shooting the right hand through, pushing through to shift into the left leg, bringing the right leg up. You can touch down if you want to. Bring the knee up, hand up, Stepping behind you, half a step, 45 degrees, shift the weight back to peel off the left foot, raising the knee and the hand. Now, as you step back half a step with that left foot, the right arm goes down and back. Let's just pause there for a moment. So I've touched down with the toe or ball of my left foot, half a step, just before I'm going into repulse monkeys. So I need to get that arm behind so that if I bring the knee in front again, the right hand is low in front of the right hip. As I step back with that left foot, my right arm swings down and back and up, set up for repulse monkey. So let's go through that a couple times. So shifting back, turning that right foot back, sitting back, angling, pushing forward, opening the left foot to the corner, shooting the right hand through, going right into the left leg to bring the right leg through, touching down or not, right knee up, right hand up, half step behind, that brings the right hand down as well, brings right hand down to the right hip, shifting back to the right leg, picking up the left leg slowly and left arm, the left hand points to the ceiling. So right now my right hand is down. As I step back, half a step with the left foot, my right hand swings back and up. So I'm in this open position here, ready to sink back into my left leg for the first repulse monkey. So let's do that one more time, and then we'll actually go through that repulse monkey sequence. Keep on going a bit. Okay. So single whip, shifting back, turning the back foot, sitting back, angling a little bit, pushing forward and opening the left foot, shooting the right hand through, all the weight into the left leg to bring the right leg through and up, knee up, hand up, dropping the right leg and right hand, planting the right leg 45 degrees, shifting the weight back. When you're ready, you lift the left knee, and therefore the left hand points to the ceiling as well. As I step back with the left foot, right hand swings back and up. So it's a half a step with the left foot, shifting the weight back, planting the left foot 45 degrees, correcting on the right ball of the foot, make the right foot straight, weights on the back leg, flat foot to the ball, half step with the right foot, remember it's not a cross behind, straight back, dropping at 45 degrees at right heel, shift the weight back, straightening the front foot by turning on the ball of the left foot and then flatten it. Flat foot to the ball, half step behind, shift the weight back, correct the front foot. Just like before, the next one starts just like another repulse monkey, but it's going to be a full step. So flat foot to the ball. Straight step back with the right foot, but it's a full step. Dropping that right foot only 45 degrees. Shifting back, the arms just swing back with the body. So this is slanting flying. Turning on the left heel, so the left foot is to that front corner. Shift the weight to stand into the left leg, hold the ball, right hand low. Step straight to the front wall. So this is slanting flying. It's like serving tea. Half step up. Or raise hands to step up. So this is just like before, earlier in the set, this whole sequence here. So as you might have guessed, next is turn and hold the ball as we enter into stork spreads wings. Full step on the right heel, feet are parallel. Shift and push to the wall. Touch down. Stork spreads wings. And same as before, arms into brush knee ready position. The right arm flows down, left arm flows up. Right arm down, back and up. Full step on the left heel towards the side wall, brush knee. Half a step up. Touch the right wrist on the ball of the left foot for needle at C-bottom, just like before. Weight stays in the right leg for needle at C-bottom. Coming up, keeping the weight in the right leg. Full step on the left heel. That's towards the sidewall. Shift the weight forward. Left hand low, just like the beginning of fan through back. Now, we're not going to do fan through back right now, only because there's a slight difference to how we did fan through back before. It's 90% the same. At the very end, I'll give you a hint. At the very end, instead of coming through with a fist, it comes through with an open hand. So maybe I'll give you a quick visual. So normal fan through back. If, in particular, you pay attention to my right hand, my fist hand. That's how we done fan through back. This is going to be slightly different. And that right hand will not be in a fist. It will stay open. And this right here is actually called something different. It's called white snake darts out tongue. But then it's the same from here. Chop with fist. Step, parry, and punch. Rock back for grasp first tail. All this sequence is the same. All this is the same. Single whip. More good news. Cloud hands. This time, only 3 times. High pat on horse. Okay, so all that you know, huge chunk. Okay, and that's very close to the end of the set. And of course, even from there, there's a couple new things for sure. But most of what is from there to the end of the set is things we've done. Okay.
All right.
So, let's do snake creeps down once more, golden rooster, and just that last section there. So single whip, just going into snake creeps down. So shifting back, turning that back foot. Sitting back, angling, pushing forward, opening the left foot. Right hand shoots through. Bringing that right leg through, can touch down if we need to. Raising the knee and the hand. Step back, half a step. Planting the right foot 45 degrees, shifting back. Slowly picking up the left knee, pointing left hand to the ceiling. As we step back, half a step with the left foot, right hand goes back and up, palm up, of course. Shifting back for the first repulse monkey, correcting the front foot. Flat foot to the ball, half step. Correcting the front foot. Flat foot to the ball. Correcting the front foot, turning on the ball, straightening the foot, flattening it. Flat foot to the ball, opens the arms. Full step back, planting at 45 degrees, shifting back, swings the arms around, turns on the left heel, left foot to the front corner, shift back to the left leg, stand, hold the ball. Step with the right heel to the front wall, slanting flying or serving T. Half step up, raise hands a step up. Keeping the weight in the left leg to turn, hold the ball. And step to the wall, feet parallel. This is, of course, stork spreads wings. Arms in brush knee ready position. Full step for brush knee. Half step up, touch the right wrist. Touch down lightly on the ball of left foot, keeping the weight in the right leg. As we do kneel at C-bottom, pointing the right hand to the floor, coming up, keeping the weight in the right leg. And then full step to the side wall on the left heel, shifting forward. Hands facing the side wall, left hand low. So that's the majority of the set. So letting the mind and breath settle deep into the belly, below the navel. Releasing the abdomen so it's free to move with the breath. Big breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Let the hands fall and swing ever so naturally. Breathe into the belly. Bend the knees a tiny bit more so we can turn the hips and let the arms just be flung around. Hanging the tailbone, releasing the abdomen. And just as if our bones were wind chimes hanging on the porch, as the wind subsides, those bones gradually come to vertical calmness. Breath in the belly. And gently rock out. Okay, good work.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye.